Welcome to Unit 4, Module 4, Lesson 1, Selection Tools. In this lesson and in the next lesson, we will take some raw images that look like this, and you may have your own images and pictures that look like this, and we will turn it into a web banner that looks like this. And of course, we will use the images that the web course provides us, but you may decide to build your own web banner, similar web banner, but with your own photos and drawings. Okay, so let's go and create our own web banner. Okay, so we're back here. So for this, you should have your lesson up to Unit 4, Module 4, Lesson 1. Okay, here, and you should have paint.net open. Okay, we're going to open up paint.net. Okay, and I'm going to paint.net. Okay, like that. Okay, so this has it. Okay, now what we need to do is that we need to get this set of original images here and open it up in paint.net. Okay, so to do this, we can go to this selection practice.jpg here, right? We can right click on it and we can save link as, and we're going to save this into our images folder. It should be selection practice.jpg here, right? And we're going to save it. Okay, this may be a little bit tricky, but this will work. Okay, so we've just downloaded that. Now, depending on your browser and where you are, it may be a little bit different, but let's try and get that done first. Okay, so once you've done that, we now want to open it up in paint.net. So we go to File, Open, and we're going to open up paint.net here, okay, like that. So now we have that open in paint.net. Okay. Now we're going to want to cut out these photos here and put them into a different paint.net file with each photo on a different layer. Okay. So now to do this, we want to do two things. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, but let's do it. Okay. Now we have this original set of photos here. Now what I want to do, I want to create two photos on top of that. Okay. I want to create a new photo here, a new paint.net image there, like that. Okay. Is that going to be big enough? Ooh, this might not be big enough. So let's create a new. Let's make this bigger here. Let's just make this 800 by 600, right? I don't need an aspect ratio. I just want to make this 800 by 600. So this will be our work file, like that. And this one here, we will want to make it layers. We want to make it have a transparent background, okay? That'll help us going forward, okay? Now we have this. This will be our work in progress file to do our editing. And then we want to create a final file here. Go to new, and we want to make this be again 800 by 600. Okay, we want to take that okay like that. And this too, you can see here is our third file. We also want to change this layer here to be transparent. Okay, and this will be our final. This will be where we put all of our cutout photos. Okay. Okay, so we have three. We have our original set of photos here. This is like a scratch file. And this is where we're going to store all of our final files, all of our final images here, with each picture on a layer, separate layer. Okay, so we have this one. Now we're going to do 3 of these, and the rest I'll leave to do on your own. Okay, so let's get this here. Now the first one we want to cut out will be this world. Okay, so to do this world, how we want to do this is as follows. Okay, first thing is we want to we want to cut out this square first from this one here, right? We want to that cut like this. Okay. Okay, we want to edit, and we want to copy it. Then we want to move on to this one here. Now remember, we want to paste, right? And we want to edit, and we always wanted to paste onto a new layer. Okay. So now we have this. We have the transparent background, and we have on level 2 we have the earth. Okay. Now what do we want to do? Now we want to cut out this earth from this black background here. So now what we want to do is we want to get the circle tool. Okay, and we want to copy a circle here. Okay. Notice the way I did this is that I started from about this corner here and I dragged it over there. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to draw the circle. I'm going to go up here like that, and I'm going to draw the circle. Okay. Now what I can do, I can edit. I can copy the world. I can go to my final file here. I can edit, and I can paste onto a new layer. And so now I have the world all by itself without the black background. Okay, so we can merge it with other things later on. Okay, so now we can go back to here. This is our original. Edit, and we can, okay, oops, edit, wait, layers, we can delete this layer here. Okay, so we don't need this layer anymore. Okay, now what we want to do is now we want to take out the stop sign. Okay, let's take out the stop sign here. And to do the stop sign, what are you going to do? Say first we want to take this, we want to copy out all of our content here, like that. Okay. Want to edit, copy this. Okay, we want to go to our work file. Okay, we can, right? We want to edit, and again we want to paste it onto a new layer, like that. Okay. And we can even move it here like that, okay? Now we want to cut out the stop sign. Now the circle really won't work here. So what we want to do now is we want to use what is known as the magic wand tool. The magic wand tool will allow us to select all of one color, and then we can remove it. So what we want to do with the magic wand tool is to remove all of the white on the outside here. Right, we want to move all of the white on the outside here and just leave the stop sign. But what we want to do first is we want to get rid of the 6 here. Okay, so that when we do select the white, only the stop sign remains. So we're going to do this. We're going to select the rectangle select tool. I'm going to cut this like this. We're going to delete that. So now you just have the stop sign there. Okay. Now comes the best part of all. We're going to get the magic wand tool here. We're going to select this. We're going to click on it there. And notice that it selected just the white, but it left the stop sign in there. Okay. So we're going to delete that. And now all we have is a stop sign. Okay. Then what we can do is that we can take the square tool again. We can select that. We can edit. We can copy. Then we can go back to, this is our final one here. And again, what we want to do is we want to edit. We want to paste it onto a new layer again. Okay, so this is, oops, let's do that. This stop sign here is totally separate from the Earth picture. Okay, so now we have these two here. Okay, so we've cut out 2 photos. Now we want to cut out the third photo. The third photo will be the trickiest one. And for this, what we want to do is as follows. Okay, let's go back here. We now no longer need the stop sign in our work photo, so we can take that out, right? Now let's go to this guy here. Now I want to do this face here. Okay, we want to do this face. And this is tricky because it's a real photo, okay, right, with various shades on it. Okay. So let's take this here. We're going to go there, here. We're going to cut out all of this whole yellow guy there. This whole yellow square here. Edit, copy. We're going to copy it again, edit. Well, again, we're going to paste it onto a new layer here, right? Paste it onto a new layer so it's easy to see. Now what do we want to do? Okay. Again, what we want to do is that we want to try and cut out all of the yellow background and just leave the head. So let's go and do this. Okay. We can click on the magic wand tool here again, right? Oops, let's do that. Okay, here's our photo here. We may want to view it, zoom a little bit in, view, zoom it in, okay. We want to click our magic wand tool, and now we want to select the yellow part here. And that does a pretty good job, right? You know, that's it. Now we can just, that took most of the yellow background. We can delete it like this, ooh, and then we have this guy there. Okay, this looks pretty good. There's a little bit of yellow there, but I think we can live with that. But what looks really strange here is that you have this transparent background around this neck. So we want to fix that a little bit. So what we can do here is we can now take this his skin color here and use that to cover up where his neck would have been there. So let's go and do that. Now we can use what is known as the color picker tool right here. Color picker. See this eye drop here? So we do that and we can select the skin tone there. Notice the primary color is now there. Now we can get the paintbrush. Okay, so now we have that. And now let's edit. Now let's go and view and zoom in a little bit more. Ooh, okay, we have that now. We want to make this like that, right? Now let's get this, and using that we can start to paint it with what looks like his skin. See, how's that for touch-up work? Okay. Okay, so now that looks pretty good, right? He looks like he has his whole body intact, his whole neck intact. Now, all we need to do next is, now we get this, right? We select it, the whole head like that, right? We edit, we copy, we go to our next one. Again, we copy onto a new layer, like that, right? And this appears on the third layer that we can move separately from everything else. Okay, we have that. This is our work in progress file here. So we can delete this layer. Okay, and yep, and we have 3 photos here. Okay, and now we're set. Now we can do the rest of these, and then from there, right? From there, we'll be ready to create the banner in the next lesson. But that's it for now. Thank you very much, and mahalo.